show for y'all tonight. Just be ready. I'm building something.
What's good? What's good, y'all? How everybody doing today? It's Tuesday. I said it's Tuesday. It's one of those days where we getting off into the week, and we just got over Monday. We come off the weekend, Father's Day weekend. I gotta keep expressing that Father's Day weekend thing, because sometimes the brothers feel like we underappreciated, appreciated, and so I had to keep reiterating about Father's Day, because I'm very appreciative of Father's Day, even the acknowledgement of Father's Day. So that make me feel good. I don't know how nobody else feel, but it makes me feel good. I'm just saying. Okay. So today it is something special. I have a great guest, a great individual that just per conversation, she has done a lot of things, or a few things that I feel that may be exciting. So I want everybody to tune in, and you can interact if you want to. Feel free to do your comments and stuff like that. So feel free to do have your comments and stuff like that. I'm also, if you want to follow my YouTube page under the same name, Danny Faree, and you'll get a chance to see me on both platforms. It's I call myself building something. I'm trying to create this network, to increase my net worth. So I just want you to sit back and enjoy the ride, and just y'all know what I do. Y'all know what I do. Y'all know I tend to try to make it exciting. No matter what platform I'm on, I tend to try to. My intentions is to make it exciting, and without further ado, I was trying to let a couple people get in here, so I was trying to share the broadcast. Share the broadcast. So anyway, let me see. Let me get you queued up. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss Pierre. I had to do my hand clap.
Clap it up then, why don't you?
I had to do my hand claps. I had to make sure that that people acknowledged who you were, who you were coming in. Can you pronounce your last name, Mccleary?
You said it.
Okay, Pierre Mccleary.
Yeah,
I have under here entrepreneur, activist, and spokesperson.
that's a
Um,
lot.
I don't know. Did I cover everything?
I
Or did
mean,
I cover
hey,
most? I know it's
you
more
covered.
it's more to you than just me saying that. Okay, I know that.
I mean, it's more to everybody than what you see.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm okay with what you said.
Okay, so I like to for you to tell your story of your journey of how you became your pat. Let me see. So the question is, what is your passion?
What is my passion? Um, my passion stems in a lot of different areas. I can't really just say one because anything that I put my all into is my passion. I feel like if I just say one thing, then I'm not telling the entire story. People are my passion. I get a great joy of being around people, learning from people. Um, Fashion is my passion. It all started um, probably about 20 something years ago. Um, I had an opportunity to be in a fashion show, audition, what they called it then, but now it's casting in a fashion show. And I learned a lot about myself in that area that I'm passionate about, uh, dressing people up. I
Right,
feel like when people look good, smell good, they feel good.
right,
So I'm passionate about giving people the experience, um, to dress them up, to um, that they trust me enough
right,
to put my expertise and spin on things that they would do or they wouldn't do. Modeling is my passion. Talking about alopecia is my passion. So I think anything that I touch, I know anything that I touch going in, I learn about it and then I become more passionate about it.
right, right. Okay, so since we were talking about fashion, um,
Hmm.
how do you feel about the fashion in the St. Louis area? Is it competing with the bigger cities, or I know we have our own swag, but how do you feel like you go out of town? I know you do some traveling and stuff like that. How do you feel about where do we place in the fashion world? And there's a lot of
I think
designers around too.
St. Louis has have their own trend of how they express themselves through fashion. We're in the Midwest, so we get a lot of things late.
Right,
But working with designers and models and just being in the public from bartending to speaking, we are good in fashion. I don't think we as late as what we think we are. I believe that in order for somebody to try something, you have to show them how to do it.
right,
And me being in a boutique owner, I I tend to go for pieces that is authentic or pieces that are one of a kind. I don't shop for what everybody else shop for.
mm-hmm,
My style is different. And so in order for me to sell that or market that, I have to either first wear it myself or display it some kind of way to
right,
give somebody an ideal. Even as a wardrobe stylist, 1026 Styles is my wardrobe styling name, business name, and my brand is eclectic.
right,
So when I'm styling on the runway, I tend to go off the grid.
right,
I like putting color blocks together that may be a pink, a green, a yellow, a red, a purple. plaid stripes or anything that you would say, man, I would not wear that. But then if I put it together, you would be like, man, that's dope.
Right. Right.
So I
Right.
think, and not just St. Louis, just any city, you first have to present it to someone in order for it to become catchy. And that's
Mm,
just fashion. Someone has to see somebody else, or a certain amount of people have to wear the same thing the same way before, oh, let me get that, you know.
right.
And that's not just St. Louis. That's just fashion.
Right. 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 That's cool. Where's your boutique located? Since we talking about you have a boutique.
Two Ball Chicks Boutique is located at 8454 North Lindbergh, Florissant, Missouri. Is inside the Meadow Creek Plaza.
Okay.
If you are familiar with the Florissant area, it is across the street from IHOP restaurant. Um, yeah.
Right. Right. Um. Let me see what else. Um. We're gonna talk about something different.
I can't
Um.
hear you.
Um. How long have you been speaking about the awareness of alopecia? Can you hear me?
Hold on. I think when the air kicked on, it kind of drowned you out. So I'm gonna come in the back of the store.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Oh, you
So,
said now what?
so my question is, how long have you been speaking about the awareness of alopecia?
Uh, I would say 5 to 6 years.
Okay.
I started an organization called Hats Off Alopecia,
Mm-hmm.
and I created it on the runway first because me being a model, I wanted to break the barriers
Right.
for women.
Right.
Also, helping myself to learn to accept that I no longer have hair. My hair probably would never, I would never have a full length of hair like I used to have.
Okay.
And so I used it as a way for self healing for myself.
Right.
And so, being a model, you're not accepted if you don't meet the standards of runway models.
Right.
And so, being bald on the runway was not accepted
Right.
in most places. And then me walking into it, found out that it was so many people in hiding
Right.
that had or have some form of alopecia,
Right.
and they was just covering it up. So coming up with the name Hats Off Alopecia is to help bring awareness uh, to an autoimmune deficiency disease such as alopecia. So I began first advocating on the runway without knowing that's what I was doing.
Okay.
Um,
So is it
mhm.
okay? Um, that particular condition is this something that uh, people develop or it happens early in life?
It's an autoimmune condition. Um, when you have a compromised immune system, and that
Right.
basically means that your immune system, which is everything that's internal,
Right.
uh, from blood to cells,
Right.
don't function normally. And because it doesn't function, normally your body doesn't function.
Right.
And so in my case, it is the attack of hair follicles that
Yes.
take place because my immune system has a deficiency or don't function correctly, and it causes hair loss. And
Right.
so you have different stages
Right.
of alopecia. I believe it's 4 stages, and each stage is different. The stage that I have is unitalis, and
Mm-hmm.
that is a stage where um, you don't have hair nowhere,
Right.
and a likely chance that it may grow, it may not. And in most cases, the hair that's on my head, it'll grow in, but it'll come in white, but it
Okay.
will not be a complete head of hair.
Okay.
So I'm to the point where I'm so comfortable with it that if it starts to grow, I just let it. I'm not the person that's gonna be trying to cut my hair and shave my hair. I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
So in order for people to understand what it is, I have to live it. And living it for me is not always shaving my head because some hair is growing.
Right.
Living it for me is showing people that there is different variations
Right.
on how this condition may or may not affect you. Some people go into deep depression or just overly anxious that creates anxiety. Some people are suicidal
Right.
because it's cosmetic.
Mm-hmm.
So it affects everyone differently. So for me to advocate, I have to learn about it. And the best way I can learn it is to live it.
Right.
And then I just fill in the necessary blanks just by reading and educating myself on it. I experience it, so I learn it.
Okay. Is the movement growing?
You mean hats off alopecia
Yes.
or just
I mean
alopecia
your
alone, the
organization.
condition?
Your
My
organization.
organization
Is it
was
growing?
established in 2017
Mm-hmm.
with the first fashion show. And here we are. We didn't do it the first year of the pandemic, and we came back last year. And to answer the question, it has grown, and it is growing.
Right.
Um, Hats Off Alopecia appeared on a talk show in Pittsburgh,
Okay.
the Lynn Haynes Freeland talk show, and I believe that was 2018.
Mm-hmm.
I took it to Pittsburgh,
Okay.
Pennsylvania, and we did a show there. And yeah, last year we got picked up by CNN News.
Okay.
I did an interview here on China 5 uh, with my girl, and she sent me a text message, and she said, "Look," I'm like, "What's up?" She was like, "Click the link. CNN picked up your story. Like, are you serious?" I was like, "Yeah." And so I went on CNN, and there the story was. So
Okay.
it is growing. It has grown. We do fashion shows that we give back to the community. I
Right.
don't I don't per se put out what I do
Right.
because it was never for show. I
Right.
just do it,
Right.
you know. And so year last year we also did a show for men for prostate cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was the Evolution of Men runway show, and Hats Off Alopecia was behind that.
Okay.
And we worked with this organization, and it's to educate men prostate cancer, and we donated funds to their organization. So I believe in order for us to grow, we have to get more involved in the community. And
Right.
that's my ultimate goal because I've done the runway, I've mastered the runway. So
Okay.
now it's time to get the support groups going and, elevating it on a different level as a community support group.
Right. 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 So do y'all uh is your organization or do your organization have a like annually function that y'all put together that the people should know about?
We do every year. September is National Alopecia Awareness Month.
Mm-hmm.
And so every year we put the Hats Off Alopecia Fashion Show on,
Right.
where I get a host of models from different cities and states, and our own St. Louis models to participate
Mm-hmm.
on the runway. Now, it's not a show where you have to meet certain criteria. That's not it. It's just a show that brings people together, uh, people with hair, people without hair, because sometimes, as women, we've been made to believe that if we don't have hair, if our hair not good, if our hair don't look like this, then we are not accepted, and that's furthest from the truth.
Right.
So I
Right.
get young ladies that are into themselves, keep their maintenance and high maintenance, and if I could say that,
Right.
and I put them in a room with women like me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't get up every day and try to figure out how we're gonna wear our hair. We get
Right.
up every day with our hair. It
Right.
ain't no running to the beauty shop or none of that. This just
Right.
who we are
Right.
organically. This is who we are. We don't have the option uh, to grow hair. Some of us have to get uh, our eyelashes microbladed. I mean, our eyebrows microbladed because
Mm-hmm.
our eyebrows don't grow in.
Mm.
And again, it affects people differently,
Right.
and it's a lifestyle that we live.
Okay. I mean, I guess. I mean, later, if you give me the information on it, I'll post it on my page. Just to bring more awareness. Cause I know a couple people. I know some guys that's dealing with it. I know a few ladies that's dealing with it. Um, I mean, it's your movement. I mean,
Yeah,
you have
I was created for it. I don't think it's
a
nobody.
purpose and a cause.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
don't think nobody can do it like I do it. It's not a competitive things. It's just walking in your truth.
Right.
And I do it every day boldly.
Right. Right. Yeah. That's cool. That's good. All right. So let me see what else I had to ask you. Uh, and then I want to talk about how is your entrepreneur journey going for you?
It's definitely a journey.
Right.
Um, as an entrepreneur, we know we're taking risks,
Right.
right? And so every day is different.
Right.
But if you continue to move forward and put 100% in, you're going to get something out.
Right.
You know, you cannot expect an overnight success.
Right. Right.
You know, much is given, much is required.
Right.
That's Bible.
Right. Right.
So if I don't put nothing in as
Right.
an entrepreneur, if you don't put nothing in, you cannot expect to get anything out.
Right.
So as an entrepreneur, you for me, and it's just me, and I'm a new entrepreneur. I had my first storefront a year ago. Never
Okay.
dreamed to own a boutique.
Right.
Never wanted to own a boutique. Uh, my thoughts was to be a buyer
Right.
for Marshalls and
Right.
TJ Maxx. That's what I wanted to do.
Right.
But as fate has it, I stepped out and put my first $600 down in a rental space, a shared rental space a year ago. And now I'm turning the key with my business partner to our own brick and mortar. So
Right.
as a entrepreneur, you have to believe in yourself, even when you don't see it happening.
Right.
You just
Right.
have to have enough. You just have to have just to be crazy enough to believe that it's going to work.
Well, my philosophy, sometimes if if somebody else can do it, I can do it. if I seen it done, if I seen it close to being done, or if I've seen it, just the vision of it, I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Not say I can do it. I'm gonna say it's doable. So a lot of things are doable. People just uh, scared and intimidated by the fear of jumping out there.
Failing.
Yes, and so uh, I'm a advocate of, if you can work for somebody else for 8 hours, you can put some
I just
energy
had this
into
conversation with
your
my best
dream.
friend this morning.
Yes,
We spend a lot of years putting our all, making sacrifices,
yes,
uh, missing rehearsals and our children and grandchildren performance to get to somebody else's job, stressing ourselves out, working overtime, but we are afraid to do it for ourselves.
right,
You know, um, I refuse to work hard for someone else
right,
and not put my all into my own.
right,
Even as an entrepreneur, I still work.
right.
I do. I still get up and I go to work. I take bartending on the side. I manage an
What
event
you know about
space.
bartending?
Man, look.
What
But
you? Hey, now
I don't know nothing. Look,
I seen
Danny,
you work now. I
Danny,
seen you
I don't
get
know
down.
nothing. I don't know nothing. I just put some drinks together and give it to some people.
Right, right. Yeah, I seen that hustle and that grind. Oh, you get down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get down. All right, for everybody that's in the chat right now, can y'all share the broadcast? Give me some thumbs up. Give me some likes. Give me some stars if you have the ability to give stars. I appreciate everybody that's stopping by. Ann Smith is in there. Sierra's in there. 5 Star Joe in there. Uh, Tracy is in there, and Miss Wooten is in there. So I appreciate, and if you're over on YouTube, I appreciate you over there. Uh, yeah, just I'm interviewing the great Pierre Mccleary. Clearly McClearly.
Clearly, you don't understand.
Clearly you don't understand. Yeah, so
Clearly, you do not
and
understand.
I've been waiting. I've been telling her, well, I want to bring you on my show. I'm going out of town. Busy, super busy. For for me, I'm not too busy. Well, I'm busy in my own world,
You did. Don't do that.
but I'll be busy in my own world. But it's just you travel, so yeah. So it's as an entrepreneur, I respect you as an entrepreneur, as somebody who jumping out there on faith and doing what you do. Whether it's doing your fashion boutique business, or whether it's doing your um, bartending venture, or whether it's doing your uh, alopecia uh, journey.
It's a lot.
I respect everybody who grind. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
it's sometimes some people. I'm gonna say some people are just focused on, I'm just gonna get up and go to work every day and come home and do nothing. You know, so that's cool, but that's a mentality that we have grown to adopt, and I think that will keep
Mm-hmm.
people. That's what keep people kind of handicapped in a way.
We work more hours than we live.
Yes,
We work what, 50 years
yes,
to retire,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Retirement is what, 65, 66?
yes,
How much time you have after that to live?
right. Average person don't make it 15 years later.
You know what I'm
Some of them
saying?
don't make it 10. Some of them don't make it 5.
Yeah, but you spent all that time working just to make a living. Now we have to do that,
Right.
to sustain a comfortable life or a rich life or
Right.
whatever you're working for. But for me, I quit my corporate job because I went to work every day and I was the energy of the office. If
Mm-hmm.
I come through the door, I'm getting everybody up in their level of energies. Good morning, how y'all doing? That's just me.
Right.
And this particular morning, I didn't have it. And I didn't realize that I wasn't operating
Right.
on the frequencies that I should until I sat down at my desk and I cried for about an hour. I didn't even know why. And my HR, my floor manager, sent me a little note and said, uh, go down to HR and ask them to send you out on FMLA.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about none of that, so I just go down there. But my point is, I'm getting up every morning, pushing myself to be in a place where I didn't want to be no more.
Right.
But because it was my bread and butter, I had to show up every day.
Right.
And for that, I went into a deep depression where I was out on FMLA for 6 months.
Right.
And I went back to work after the 6 months and end up getting in a car accident that could have took my life.
Right.
Trying to get back to this same job.
Right.
Went back out on FMLA. This time they only gave me 90 days.
Right.
And to call me to say, hey, your FMLA is running out. You are to report back to work on this said date.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay. When my alarm clock went off that morning, I said, God, uh, I'm not going to work. I didn't have a plan. I didn't know how I was going to pay anything. But that's the first time that I showed up for myself,
Mm-hmm.
you know, by not going in to that space. And I don't know what people have to do to get where they need to be, but I had to do that for me.
Right.
And I think if I had not have done that, I wouldn't be where I'm at today.
Right.
You know, I wouldn't. And I didn't know at that time that I'm stepping out on faith,
Right.
you know, but I never went back. And from that, I bartended. And a lot of people say bartending ain't no real job. I don't know why.
Right.
Anytime you put your time into something, that's what you putting your time in. It's real.
Right.
And the thing that I enjoy most about bartending is the people. And I can pretty much create my own hours. I'm not
Right.
locked in and confined to
Right.
showing up,
Right.
and it's a social setting. I cannot be confined.
Right.
And that's what that was about for me, sitting in this cubicle, uh, 40 hours a week, looking left and right and straight ahead is the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? I have to log out to just mechanically, I couldn't do it no more. I couldn't. And so from that, I was like, I'm been a bartender,
Right. Right.
and then from that, I'm gonna start getting into modeling, and from that, I'm styling and getting gigs, styling people, and um, working with Tony, and Trina, and I done put some time in, and I done did some things, and I don't wear my accolades, and I don't really talk about it
Right.
because that was then. What am I doing now?
Right.
You know, I'm proud of the things I've done, but I still got a lot more work to do.
Right. 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 On the fashion tip, did St. Louis still have a fashion week?
We have um we have a St. Louis Black Fashion Week.
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine, his name is Tim Moore. He started with Sweet Seven. Actually, the first person that I unveiled uh, my alopecia. in his fashion show.
Mm-hmm.
But he does a show every year, and it's an amazing show. It's amazing. Now, on the other end, St. Louis was very known, well known in the Washington district
Mm-hmm.
for one of the cities that pretty much created Fashion Week
Right.
here in St. Louis.
Right.
So I think they are trying to build that back up.
Right. Cause I remember what magazine? It was a magazine that was in St. Louis that used to promote it. I was staying
Hmm.
downtown at the time, and they used to have downtown blocked off. It was
Yep, it was
it
beyond Washington.
yes, they used to do a lot of
Hmm.
stuff.
And then there is a fashion school down on Washington called
Mm-hmm.
SEBA,
Mm-hmm.
and they used to do a street show
Right.
for their students, you
Right.
know, to do their fashion, to showcase their fashion.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let me see what we got. What I got left on the table. I got that. We did that. Okay. So now, I one of my questions is, how do you feel about dating at this point in your life? And what is the, I mean, what is the dating scene like? Just period. Because I'm pretty much sure you bartend, you have a lot of people approaching you.
Well, I I have not dated up until a year up until about 6 months ago,
Mm-hmm.
6 to 8 months ago. I was off the dating scene in St. Louis for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't date nobody. I just focused on me.
Mm-hmm.
I think the dating scene for each person is different. I think it's what you are looking for, and at the same time, what can you offer.
Right.
Um, I don't think it's any rules anymore. I
Right.
really don't. Again, being in a bar, I mind my business. I'm there to serve. Sometimes I'm a counselor. Sometimes I'm a minister. I
Right.
wear a lot of hats.
Right.
But at the same time, I mind my business.
Right.
But what I see is that I can see a guy, and I can see a guy or a girl, and they can be with 5, 7 different types of people. And each person they with on different times. If they come in on a Friday, this girl might be with him, and then next Friday she with him, and it's like I don't know if the morals and the values have changed
Right.
in the dating scene. I don't think that women value themselves enough where a man can truly appreciate them. I think that they and it may be somebody that disagree with me. I really don't care because it's my opinion. Um, I think women get too caught up in the now, want
Right.
to emulate a lot of things, or a lack of self-care and a lack of self-love,
Right.
um, that they kind of accept anything a man give them,
Right.
or they don't treat themselves right. So why would you, as a man, respect a woman in a way that she doesn't respect herself? So I
Well,
think the dating scene is kind of sad, honestly.
I think the respect thing is no matter if she is being somewhat or semi disrespectful to herself, that doesn't mean that you're supposed to cross the line and be disrespectful with her. Now, sometimes you have to act accordingly. So
You
accordingly,
do.
accordingly, oh, okay, this is what you like.
This what she on. So this
Right.
what I'm on.
Yeah, I'm on what you on. You know what I'm
That,
saying?
that's just what it is.
Yeah. So, and then in that sense, then she's not really getting respected because she's trying to get in the way of disrespect. And I
Hmm.
never understood that. Even if I can't serve your purpose, I ain't gonna disrespect you. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Hmm.
I just bag off. You know what I mean? So I think that some of it is a upbringing. Some of it is I really don't get into the disrespect part for the simple fact of let me see, for the simple fact that I wouldn't want nobody to disrespect my mama.
Right.
So that's where I be at on it. So I it just that's how I move. So the disrespect part is just sometimes the women own that. They been treated like that all their life, and they think that's just the way how guys get down. And
That's how you supposed to be treated.
yes, so they think that, but guys, I got a question on the table. Let me see. Uh, Somebody says something. I totally agree with that. How you doing, Miss Rita Shepherd? Uh, uh, Miss Rita is in the building. Rudy in the building. What's up, Rudy? Yolanda Wooten in the building. Tracy in the building. Five Star Joe in the building. Shiera and Miss Ann is in the building. And then over on YouTube, you got Miss Hiawatha is in the building from Hakawaki Solutions. She has a CPR. She does CPR courses and stuff like that. So I mean, I got it's some people in here that's doing some things. Uh, Miss Rita, she does some mental health stuff. Well, used to anyway. Some mental health stuff. Um, you got that's you got Miss Ann she does some district manager stuff. Uh, Shiera, she does some chef and cooking and stuff like that. Uh, well, you know what Five Star Joe Westbrook does. So and Miss Wooten is a chef also, and Rudy is a this great millionaire entrepreneur. He get down. Uh, so yeah, like I said, I just think that a lot of people are disrespectful in some form only because that's the atmosphere you in. Unless you just come up in an era where some dude who thought he was a pimp or thought he was cool told you you got to treat women like this. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you can learn from idiots and pick stuff up from idiots and they'll screw your whole life up. You know,
Yeah.
taking
I
your
just
advice.
think like morally, like values,
Mm-hmm.
you know, growing up, like I was the last of the last to do everything, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so I didn't date real I didn't even know what dating was. And I
Right.
think for me, because I had low self-esteem, like I had a lot of things going on with me when I
Right.
was younger that I wasn't even interested in dating or liking nobody because number one, I ain't like myself.
Right. Right.
You know, I didn't because I had all these different uh ailments,
Right.
from skin conditions to being the thinnest person to, just not really happy with me. And I think a lot of times that's insecurity.
Right.
That's a breed that's breeding insecurity,
Right.
and you grow with that.
Right.
And as we grow into our adult life, we learn how to self-medicate things as a child, such
Right.
as childhood traumas.
Right.
And there are layers and layers of things that you've you've picked this up and covered that up. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you found another way to suppress this, and those are layers that are constantly being built. And
Mm-hmm.
so when you go into these relationships, I think that a lot of women is operating in a vulnerable space because of insecurity,
Right.
and that they don't really know who they are.
Right.
And so you allow these men or whomever you're dating, you look for them to be what you need them to be.
Right.
You listen to what they say, but you're not really hearing them, and you go along with it.
Right. 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 Well.
So I think I just think it's a lot when you speak of dating, period. You
Right.
know, what is dating?
Right.
You
Right.
know, how long should you date?
Right.
You know, how do you know if this is the person that you want to date?
Right.
You know, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. I mean. Yeah. I mean, it's different. Everybody has different journeys. Some people can travel the same journey. However, I think we as people have more in common than we think. Sometimes you got to sit back
So
and think.
would you date somebody that you said the word in common? Do you want to date somebody that you have something in common with?
I don't have nothing in common
Or
with
would you
nobody.
want to
I
date
don't have nothing in
somebody that
I
you
don't have
have
nothing in
absolutely nothing
I
in
don't have
common?
nothing in common with nobody.
Why you say that?
Oh, I don't. I want everybody to be in their own lane.
Cause you do hear that a lot. Like, I'm looking for somebody that I got something in common with. He like doing this, I like doing that. That's boring. Where's the adventure?
Yes, because you have to at least that part of your life you got to be able to explore a different something different versus like you said, you if you got two people they just all like the same stuff. That is not good.
Yeah, how
You
long
know.
does that last before you
Right.
get bored with him?
Right.
It's like dating yourself.
Right.
If you ain't never been nowhere
Right.
and
Right.
you're dating somebody that ain't never been nowhere, what are y'all doing?
Right. Exactly.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I'll be like you say, I catch a flight in a minute. I'm off. I ain't lying. I'm off Sunday to Tuesday.
Right.
We'll catch a flight after church in a minute.
Right.
And I'll be back, whether it's late Tuesday night or early Wednesday morning before the store open.
Right.
Dating. And I'm in a relationship. And he's like, babe, gone. That's what you want to do? Call me when you make it. Call me when you leave. We have absolutely nothing in common. I never wanted to date him. When I first seen him, I didn't like him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like at one point, because he and I talked about this, like, what made you start talking to me? I was like, dude, I didn't even like you. Like,
Right.
I didn't. And I can't even say at what point that I realized that I had feelings for him. For
Right.
me, it just happened.
Right.
It was like, you want to go to the movies? Yeah, let's go to the movies.
Right.
And phone calls happen sporadically. He give me the space I need. He allowed me to be great. I allow him to be great. It ain't no I'm where you at, where you been, how long you gonna be, and this and that and this and that. It's none of that. And so I don't know. I think dating is something that you have to be willing to put some time into.
Right. Right.
And then be open to ask the questions like, You got any medical histories I need to know about? What kind of medicine you take? You
Right.
on blood pressure medicine? Oh no.
Right.
Uh-uh.
Right. Right.
You know, you have to be willing to ask those questions. And I think that would make dating easily, make it
Right.
more easy if you just communicate. I think the intimacy in dating is not there like it should be.
Right. Okay, I got a
I
question.
think if it
So,
was more intimate, people have a better understanding,
right.
uh, know who you are, know, what it takes to like stimulate my mind. That's
Right.
just
Right.
get
Right.
get here. Don't try to get in my head, but stimulate me on another level than a sexual level.
Right. Right.
You know, talk to me.
Right. Right. All right. I have a question. So, the other day, let me see. Uh, did you go live or something? And I seen you doing some exercise or something. You run. What do you do?
So in the
Far as
morning,
physical fitness, what do you do?
I don't work out. Uh, so in the morning, I get up and I walk my neighborhood. I do stretches, lunges. I run in place. I do squats.
Right.
Um, I do more cardio than anything,
Mm-hmm.
and that's more mental for me because I do um, deal with depression.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I deal with anxiety, and so I'm a sun person. My
Right.
energy is at its best
Mm-hmm.
when the sun is out.
Got it.
During the winter months, fall going into winter, my energy becomes very, very low. And so I
Cause the
learned,
sun is not out as much.
huh?
It's cause the sun is not out as much.
Sun is vitamin D. Sun is healing.
Right.
So that's natural.
Right.
And so if there's no sun out, it's gloomy, it's raining, my energy level decreases tremendously.
Right.
And it's like a plunge.
Right.
And so I've learned that I can control that.
Right.
If I pay attention to myself and find out what the triggers are,
Right.
then I can control it through exercising,
Right.
uh, walking,
Right.
uh, saying affirmations to myself, praying,
Right.
uh, changing my diet,
Right.
not eating things that have dopamine in it.
Right.
Like a lot of our fast food is
Right.
full of dopamine. That's
Right.
why people crave it
Right.
all the time, you know,
Right.
changing my diet. And so, yeah.
That's good. Good. All right. So we had a great show. I appreciate talking to you. Uh, finally, I said finally, got you on the show.
Finally.
Finally.
Finally, yeah.
And
It was cool.
yeah, when you get ready to do your next event for your
Maybe you could set up like a little podcast. We are not open. Please do not come to this door.
you got a
Maybe you
door
could
up.
set up a podcast
Right.
booth
Yes. And
where
so
you can,
that'll be
or
cool.
walk around and do interviews.
That'll be cool. That'll be cool. So yeah, as long as I got a heads up, I think that I can pull that off. I can pull that off. I just
Hmm.
like I said, I need to get out and do more outside interview stuff or just in different places. I mean, I got to make it happen. You know. However, I appreciate you coming on, uh, and it's
I
been fun.
appreciate you having me.
You know. So everybody, that is Miss Pierre Mccleary.
Uh-huh.
Clearly,
Clearly.
clearly, clearly.
Clearly.
Yes.
Yes.
So let's give her a round of applause. So I
Yeah,
appreciate
make
it.
sure y'all come shop at Two Ball Chicks too.
Okay, what you got
I
the
could
address?
give you
Give
a
the
little.
address again.
Want me to give you a little tour?
Yeah, give him a tour.
Get a little tour of what's
Yeah,
in
give
here.
him a tour. You can flip the camera around now if you want to.
So I'm gonna turn this way,
Okay.
and this is from the front door.
Yes.
So this is about 3,200 square feet.
Okay.
We
You ain't
have,
got no plus size girls in there. Hey, oh, you tripping?
yeah.
You
Can I,
tripping?
excuse you?
I'm sorry. Go
Hold
ahead.
up.
Go ahead.
Don't come for me.
Go ahead.
Can I finish doing my job? I'll let
Yes.
you do your
Yes.
job.
Yes. I'm sorry. My apology.
Okay. Accept it. There go a plus girl right there for you.
Oh, okay. That ain't big enough, but
Okay.
okay. I like them
She
big.
is big enough. That's just a mannequin. So we have standard size. Standard size is small. We go up to 3X. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. You have shoes
So
also?
we go to athletic wear, to evening wear, to ready to wear. This is plus size here. So my business partner her name is Deidre,
Mm-hmm.
and she carry more plus size than I do.
Right.
But we both have enough collection that we meet the needs of the community.
Okay.
So either this week, I think next week, we're going to do a denim sale where we're going to take a certain amount off of denim.
And y'all been in this building how long?
We've been in this building. July 4th will be 2 months.
Okay.
And we have 4 units that we are renting out. They're
Okay.
12 by 12 spaces.
Okay.
Um, we're looking to rent those spaces out. Let me see if one of them is clear. Right now, we're using them for storage spaces.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So it's 4 of them. You have your own barn door
Okay.
that you can close up after business hours. You have a window
Right.
that you can look out of. So it's four units.
So what kind of um tenant are you looking
Business we're
for?
looking for.
Yes.
Uh, could be body contouring, travel agent, um, eyebrow,
Okay.
you know,
Right.
something along the line of fashion. If you have accessories or
Okay.
handbags that you
Got it.
want to sell,
Got it.
um, you can come in. We're braiders, nail techs, makeup artists. Uh, our hours are right now because we're 1 month in, so we didn't want to be open like 6 days. So we started off as 4.
Mm-hmm.
As the business grow,
Mm-hmm.
we'll open up 5 if we need to open
So
up
that's
6 days and just be
Thursday.
closed on Sunday and just work Monday.
Days are you open?
We're open Wednesday through Saturdays now
Okay, got it.
from 11 a.m. to 6:30 is our slowest day,
Right.
our shortest day,
Right.
and that's because we both have appointments on third Wednesday nights at Bible study. So
Okay.
we close at 6:30, but usually we stay open to 7. So we're looking for somebody that's business is compatible to our hours
Right.
moving in, uh, because we have inventory.
Okay.
And so we don't want to leave the responsibility on them
Yes,
if
exactly.
they in their area
Right.
and the door is open and people are coming in and coming out.
Right.
So
Yeah, well, I
just
mean,
want to keep it like that.
um, would make sense just when y'all close, everybody close.
Yeah,
But
so we were to hours of operation. So that's why we were like, we were thinking about a hairstylist, and it's like, well, no, do we want? Then we got to put plumbing in the room, and that's just another
right,
thing.
right, right,
So we're looking again somebody hours that are compatible to our hours, and
right,
even if we can make adjustments as adjustments are needed,
right,
because I'm probably 5 minutes away.
right,
And if we need to hire somebody, then that means we're going to open up those days. So it may be that we will be closed Sunday, Monday, and be open Tuesday through Saturday.
right.
So,
Cool, cool. All right, everybody. I'm talking to Miss Pierre McClearly, Cleary, and she's an entrepreneur. She is an activist. She is a spokesperson. She do a lot of stuff, and I appreciate her coming on. I've been trying to get on for about a month now, but it's good. We good.
mm-hmm.
The goal has been accomplished. I can cross that out until the next time. Yep. So,
Check it off.
it's been real. I appreciate you, and
Always.
till the next time. Peace.
All righty.
All right. Yeah, it's been real, y'all. That was nice. So, hope I thank everybody who watched the show, cause y'all hung in there. We talked about a few things, a lot of things, and when you get a chance to, when you go off, just share the broadcast, and I'll holler at y'all. It's been real.